Hi everyone, I thought I would come on to play a quick game with you, and this is a sentence extension game, which is where we have a basic sentence and then we keep adding bits and bits of more information, and by the end we've got a really good sentence. So the first thing I want you to do is to grab either a whiteboard and pen if you've got one, or a piece of paper. If you don't, that will work as well. So I'm going to use a whiteboard, and at the top I want you to write the word who, and then think of the name of a character that's going to star in your sentence. So mine is going to be Mrs. Twit, because I've been reading the Twits to my girls this week. So who? Mrs. Twit. I don't know if it's back to front for you or if you can see it, but hopefully it's the right way around. The next thing, the next little title that you're going to write is did what? And that means what did Mrs. Twit do? So it looks like this. Now you need a verb, a doing word. What did she do? So my sentence is going to be Mrs. Twit shrieked. Now you can think about a verb that your character did. If you need to press pause on the video while you think of something that your character did, please do that now. Once you've got that, come back to us. Okay, the next one is where. So far I've got Mrs. Twit shrieked. Now I'm going to add where. So Mrs. Twit shrieked in her bed. And those of you who have read the Twits will know exactly what I'm going to say next. So the next little question is why. So we've got who, did what, where, and now why. So Mrs. Twit shrieked in her bed because Mr. Twit hid a huge slimy frog under her blanket. So I've got who, did what, where, and why. I'm going to rub that out because I need some more space. So after why is the word how. How did she shriek? So the type of word that we need now is what is it? It's an adverb. Good. So it's going to describe how she shrieked. So Mrs. Twit shrieked hysterically in her bed because Mr. Twit hid a huge slimy frog under her blanket. So the word hysterically comes after the verb. Okay, the next one is when. When did she do it? Mrs. Twit shrieked hysterically in her bed in the middle of the night because Mr. Twit hid a huge slimy frog under her blanket. And the last one is how often. I'm going to write this out. So how often? Now luckily for Mrs. Twit, this only happened once. So my sentence is actually going to start with the frontive adverbial once, comma, and then my sentence. Mrs. Twit shrieked hysterically in her bed in the middle of the night because Mr. Twit hid a huge slimy frog under her blanket. Okay, as you know, I'm not very neat when I write quickly, but there is my sentence. Once Mrs. Twit shrieked hysterically in her bed in the middle of the night because Mr. Twit had hid a huge slimy frog under her blanket. Okay, so just a quick recap of the questions so that you can play again. The questions are who, did what, where, why, how, when, and how often. And for every question, you extend the sentence a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. So by the end, you should have a really thorough and long sentence with lots of adverbials in there. Okay, I'm really looking forward to seeing what some of your funny or interesting or dramatic sentences are. And you can send them to me on an email, or you could send me a video message back. Okay, have fun.